Hello to my beautiful, beautiful Capricorn. It's Dr. Leona coming in for Twisted Tarot, May 2025. In this new category, there's going to be a twist. It is probably going to come at the end of the reading. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. Capricorn, it is your ruling planet Saturn that is currently in Pisces. That matters for you quite a lot. Having Saturn in Pisces, wherever you have the 12th house and wherever you have Pisces, as well as wherever you have Jupiter, Saturn and Jupiter are aspecting each other in that way, guys. And Jupiter and Rahu are aspecting each other, and Saturn and Rahu are coming together. So there's some kind of a threesome energy going on there between these three planets that is, wow, something. Mars also in Sandhi or in rhythm with Saturn, moving into Cancer, and it's been on that Gemini Cancer run since August 26th of 2024, ending June 7th of this year. And that's when Jupiter just moved into Gemini, and we'll be doing that same transit for the next year, just like Mars. And Mars even went retrograde in Cancer. Same thing, just like Jupiter will. Its speed, or gati, has gone a little quicker. So we have Mars as part of this equation as well. So you want to look for all those planets in your chart. Come on over to Patreon to see this extended. If you come in as a VIP, I'll actually do your Vedic sidereal chart for free, guys. And I'll do a consultation. It'll be a video link for you, and you'll get all the information there, as well as a one-question free personal reading. Yeah, oh, there's one of the little shavers. Look at that. There you are. Yeah, and the red sweatshirt, that's Mars. Mars coming out right there. Mars is in Cancer. As you can see, we got water out there, right? So that's really interesting, isn't it? Look at that. No coincidences. Come on over to Patreon, guys, and get a much more nuanced understanding of all your placements and how to make that money, honey. Capricorn, do you want to retire one day? Me too. Let's make it happen, shall we? All right, let's see what's going on, what's happening, what's the haps, baby. Capricorn for Vedic is about a 24-degree difference than it is in tropical. It actually begins around mid-January and ends in mid-February. So folks that see themselves as Aquarians typically will actually, within the first 24 degrees of Aquarius, are actually going to be Capricorn. Now, I had that too. I had like multiple planets in Aquarius, and I was like, what's up? But actually, one of them is still like right there and is more in Aquarius than not. So it's right at that, in the bridge between Cappy and Aquarius. So even in Vedic astrology, it's still got that Aquarius energy. It has both, which is better for this particular planet. It's really, it's a magical placement. So, you know, don't be disappointed, because I'm going to tell you, you love that Capricorn energy. That's money, honey. So we love our money. All right, guys, let's make it rain. Yes, I have two VIPs, two very important planets in Cappy. I'm on your side, guys. 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands here. That's a defensive energy. Someone here is very defensive. Why so defensive? Trying to defend against the past. I see. Did somebody blame you for something? Here, it's an energy of like, oh my gosh, who here is like me? If someone here is a mixed race watching this, or you come from an area where there's a lot of people who, you know, come from slaves, like my great-great-grandmother was born free, but her mother wasn't, right? So this is an energy, 6 of Cups, something about that in the past here coming through. Either you were on one side or the other of this conflict, or family members were in the past. Something about that. Okay, the Death card. There's an ending here. Scorpio energy. Someone could be inheriting something. There's an inheritance energy here with the Death card and 9 of Cups. Some of you are going to be inheriting some kind of wealth here, okay? And I'm saying sorry about that energy of the Death card. I don't yet know. It looks like somebody from your childhood, probably a family member connected to you, is maybe not well. And 9 of Wands here. So we've got a lot of defensive energy. This is another protection with the flaming skulls. It's very voodoo-like, but actually it's a mythology, I think, from Northern Europe. And we see that the moon's here for you. My beautiful, beautiful Cappies, you are on the same destiny track as Cancer, so you're always influenced by the moon. The moon and Saturn together is actually called Visha Yoga, so which is a poison yoga. So you will be, if you have, depending on what you have in Capricorn, if you have the nodes of destiny in Capricorn and Cancer, that destiny track is going to be activated for you coming up. And if you happen to have any planets like I do in that bridge between Capricorn and Aquarius, it begins now, today. Yes, so knowing your chart is really important. Please come to Patreon. It's $12.12 a month. It's a subscription, well worth it. All proceeds are donated to Elephant Aid International's Elephant Refuge of North America, guys, featured on 60 Minutes in the last year. This is a need to protect your assets. So this is about creating a will, creating an estate plan is coming through here also. It's really important to protect children. This is what that is. Okay, you're going to want to protect your children. Got it, got it. Protecting your children here. Protecting the future generations. Protecting children, specifically 2 children, I think, for some of you. In case you pass away, protecting your assets. It's coming out as being very, very, very important. Because there will be a cock in the hen house if you pass away. The Magician here connected to, oh my gosh, I know people are like, that's dark. No, it's not. Actually, it's smart. Because I've seen enough wills, enough estates with the work I do to tell you that people, like, it's like weird. All of a sudden, people change. Family members you've known for decades, they're no longer the sweet aunt or uncle or the nice person that would take you to a baseball game. All of a sudden, they're your enemy because you're mentioned in a will and they don't feel you should be. And they are willing, and if they're an executor and they're willing to, like, not follow the wishes of the will, and if you're not, see, this is a trick that a lot of people do, when, like, a grandparent, well-meaning grandparent, you know, kind of leaves you like $10,000 or something that's relatively minor. You know, it's major to me, but, you know, it's a smaller amount of money. You could eat that up. Your attorney can, today attorneys cost like $4.50 an hour. You can't sue people. Everybody's like, oh, it's in the will. It's in the will. It has to go to you. No, it doesn't. It's up to the executor to distribute it the way that it's stated in the will. And if they don't, how do you make them? You got to hire an attorney. What do you think that costs? It's usually, to litigate, it's usually a minimum today of $30,000 across the United States of America, minimum. You're going to spend more than you're going to get, of course you're not, and the executor knows that. So unless the executor is held to the character standards of an attorney, which sounds a little bit counterintuitive there, I know, but you have to have a character fitness. You have to pass character fitness to be an attorney in any state. Okay, so you can't bend the law. You have to go by the letter of the law, or you lose your ability to be a member of the bar. Even if you pass the bar, you can't stay a member of the bar. You get kicked out. You lose your license. You can't work in that state anymore. You have too many complaints against you, and they're all about the unethical behaviors that you've done. You can't defend against that. You're done. You're out. You're out of that profession completely, and there's no way back in. Okay, so hiring a family member who's an attorney to be the executor, a younger family member to be the executor, as opposed to, you know, an attorney who doesn't really care about you. You know what I mean? Like, or your family members. You want to hire someone who cares about the family members that are involved, and always include, like, if they have kids, always make sure their kids are named. They can get paid. You can give them, you can approve payment in your will for that person to get paid for doing the job, which you definitely want to do. You want them to do the job and to get paid for it, so that they actually do what you ask. If you ask them to do it for free, they may not do it. They may refuse it, and then it'll go to some family member. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, so estate planning really coming out in a big, big way. This is about a communication coming in. Someone might be traveling here, making a decision to do something. A communication comes in, and then you decide not to do it. You're trying to protect yourself. I like this energy. Protecting yourself from death. Holding back is going to protect you from some kind of an ending here. Protecting yourself during a sensitive time. When would a sensitive time be for you? I'm going to give you a Vedic astrology trick right here, Capricorn, that's worth its weight in gold. Once you have your Vedic astrology chart, which again will come if you join Patreon today, at the 1212 level, it takes a few days before like they tell me that you've joined, so don't be upset if I can't, like, if you join and you don't get like an immediate message, it's just because they don't tell me for like a few days. I won't see it right away, but I will see it. And we have a lot of new members, and if you are a new member and you're listening to this, welcome, welcome, thank you so much. And you know what I've already told you, in months 2 or 3 is when you get that free chart and everything. So I'm working on a lot of them. We have a lot of new members. We have more Patreon members than we have people watching the videos, which I think is an interesting phenomenon, and I love it. I don't know why it's happening, but I'll take it. Okay, Queen of Swords here with the 3 of Wands. So eventually, you're protecting your. That's also an energy here, protecting your assets using things like estate planning and wills and estate planning to protect children, to protect the future. That's coming out here. So some of you need to look at your wills. You need to go over, create that clause in the will that states that anybody that tries to challenge the will never inherit from it. It doesn't matter if you've got, a small life insurance policy, like a $10,000 policy to cover your funeral cost or something. It doesn't matter what you have or don't have. The vultures come out. I mean, my 98-year-old grandmother who had like nothing, because she was 98, she was living in like a nursing home. All that costs money, guys, right? So she had nothing at the end of nearly 100 years. She didn't have anything to her name outside of like a few rosary beads, you know what I mean? Like some statues of the Pope. She was Irish, so there was a lot of statues of the Pope and the Virgin Mary, the baby Jesus, she had like some small things, and people were like clamoring for it. I couldn't even believe the fighting is just, I'm out. I'm totally out. I do have one of her rosaries, but she had given it to me. I gave it to her. And then about 2 months before she passed away, I went to visit her. She was in another state, and I had gone to see her for Christmas. And she was saying to me, she had dementia, and she says, I see you as a little girl. I know you're not a little girl. I know there's something wrong when I see it, because I also see a big black hole like underneath you, and I'm really afraid that you're going to fall into that big black hole. And I know you're not a little girl, and I know that big black hole isn't there, but I am seeing it, and I'm sorry if I'm looking down, because this is what I'm seeing, even though I know it's not real. She had dementia, but she was that sharp, guys, that she recognized the symptoms of dementia versus the reality. Now that's one sharp cookie. What was her sign? Someone's asking what was her sign. She was Virgo. She was a true Virgo. Yeah. Yep. Yep. She was very, very smart. And very healthy. She was a super healthy person. Her son being in Virgo, just healthy. A lot of health, a lot of wealth and health, in wealth of health, basically. And she worked in medicine. She was a nurse for a little while. Yeah. The Lovers here making a decision to move towards love for my gorgeous Capricorns. It could be with a Scorpio. What's up? Somebody with Scorpio energy, maybe Cancer, Capricorn. Lovers is Gemini. Someone here could be a Gemini ascendant because it's connected to the Mars energy I see there, the physical. So interesting. Definitely getting some messages here. Someone's making a permanent decision to move towards love. And it could be a person with that earth energy. They could also have that. They could have a Capricorn moon, or they could be, like I said, Cancer is possible with the cups and marriage here. A stable relationship. Look at that. And the star. Oh, baby. Wow. You know what? This kind of combination's been coming out a lot. Even in different decks, it's just been coming out a lot. Some of you have a dream about buying a house or building a house or doing something with a home here, getting some kind of stable foundation. So I'm going to tell you what's coming out for you, my beautiful, beautiful Capricorns. Make sure that the house you build or buy, no tiny homes, okay? No container homes. No, don't do it. It's not going to be worth the money that you spend on it. Put that same money into a house, something with a foundation, something with a poured foundation. They're telling me this, okay? So it needs to have a poured foundation. If you're going to buy a home, make sure it has a cement foundation. It could be a slab. If you live in certain areas of the country, it's a cement slab that they pour. There's no actual basement. In the South in particular, with like certain kinds of, like Georgia, for example, there's like a lot of hard clay soil. It's impossible to dig down. So they usually use a slab. And then like other areas of the country, there could be sandier soil. They may use something like a floating slab or something. In New Orleans, things are built up on stilts, on a slab, but the slab is built on stilts. You know, it's like a raised. You know, a lot of the houses are raised because of flooding. Honestly, you know, that's just what it is. So there's a big change coming in for you. If you this is Mercury coming in, Jupiter moving into Mercury, and Rahu moving into Aquarius is really going to be helping you guys over the next 3 years. Something big is coming in for my beautiful Capricorns. Anybody with these placements, it's just going to be a matter of you deciding not to hold back. Okay, some of you need to not hold back. Some of you are looking in all the wrong places. Like I said, if you're thinking about purchasing a tiny home as opposed, or like making one of those containers into a home or something along those lines, that's going to not because it looks cute or something like that. The way something looks, you're focusing more on that, or I can get more for my money or something along those lines. I think you have to bite the bullet here, because this is an energy of not seeing the forest for the trees is coming through from the other side. Somebody here, there's hidden enemies in those spaces that you don't recognize or see. You'll feel happier and freer spending less money, and I hear that. Believe me, I do. I really do. God damn. You know, when you grow up in the projects, there's not like extra monies rolling around. Nothing like that happening. Why do you think I'm going for law school? You know, I'm just like, I gotta learn. I need to learn about the law. I'm like hungry for that information, because so much of my life, I think, has been affected. Oh, they're the two little shavers walking right by. Oh, such cuties right there. Oh my gosh, they are adorbs. Okay, so we've got so children is came through in the reading as well, protecting children, and I said at least two, and then two children popped into the frame. Interesting, psychic interestingness coming out. Someone here, there was an energy of you walking away from a relationship or thinking about that. Some of you want to move towards an opportunity. There is a person in your energy that's younger. You may be in a relationship with them already, some of you. You're younger, or you're older than them, okay? I think you're older than them. And that's who's going to marry you, okay? They have a youthful energy. I don't know what sign they are. They could have some Pisces. I see Cancer here, Libra. Energy is ultimately what's coming through, especially because you own houses. If you own a house, this person's coming towards you for sure. 9 of Coins. We got Libra and Virgo energies here popping up with Cancer, Pisces, Aquarius, Gemini is here. We have Scorpio, of course. Oh, wow. A lot of Cancer energy came out in this reading, guys, and that's your destiny track partner. 10 of coins here. 9 of coins to 10 of coins is such positive flow. So this is telling me that if you guys get married, you may activate this in your chart with somebody, or especially if you're connecting with that Libra energy. Pisces came out as well. But this is that, like, going from single to having, like, being financially independent to having more abundance. So some of you need to hear that message, like, I think you could activate, and then it becomes 3 of Cups. So Cancer energy coming out again, and Ace of Swords, travel documents. It's like, it could be what could happen is a destination wedding. And at the bottom of the deck here is 5 of Cups. So it's a big bag of regret I'm seeing. Someone feels like kind of regretful, perhaps connected to this relationship that you may already have for some of you. Others of you, it's a prediction that when you go from, you know, when you get married as a single, when you're single, if you're not yet single, but you're going to be, once you become single, there is another relationship coming in for you, and it may involve a large family. Either it will expand your family in some way, and there's going to be a big celebration. It could be a destination wedding here in the future for some of you. We're going to go to Patreon and clarify this, but there's definitely, some of you may be invited right now to a destination wedding, and that's where this is going to get started. But I do think some of you need to activate the Libra energy in your chart. And if you happen to be a Sagittarius ascendant, that would be in your 11th house. So Rahu is activating that. You could meet someone that you're going to marry. That could be coming up with Jupiter in Gemini, moving into Cancer. And when it hits Leo, that will be right around the time in, I think, 2028-ish, that we're going to be seeing Saturn moving into Aries. And we're going to see this incredible thing happen for some of you. This marriage is going to be, this is a prediction, guys. Some of you are going to have something big happen. It starts this over the next year and a half, and over the next 3 years, you make a connection, and that's going to end up being the person you marry. And that'll be happening between 2028 and 2031. Okay, 2030, I see, really. Okay, around somewhere in 2029, I think you get married. Yeah, some of you. And once you get married, you're activating Libra. You're activating Venus. When you activate Venus, you get more contracts, more money comes through. And if it's a second marriage, we would look at that second house, okay? First marriage, 7th house. Second marriage, 2nd house. Third marriage, 9th house, okay? If you have to go beyond that, we will go 7 places from the 9th house, okay? And then we can see the 4th marriage. Alrighty, guys, let's see. We're going to go to Patreon, and we'll wrap it up there. Love you. Bye now.